So Officer Claus Wagner, Badge 761, Hamilton Police Service Traffic Services. The Highway Traffic Act that governs the laws for your driver's license, what gives you the right to drive here in Ontario and tells you that you're supposed to stop at a stop sign and stop at a red light, and you're not supposed to have alcohol in your body, so forth and so on. That's in the Act. Each laws sometimes have what we call regulations that govern those things. It's very hard to change a law, but it's easy. So that's why they change regulations. So this Bill C-31 was changing a lot of the regulations to make roads safer here in Ontario, and that's kind of what the bill was called. The bill put forward was to try to make things safer that way. So a couple of the really the big ones that affected the day-to-day people are the distracted driving law, which came about in 2009. Distracted driving is very specific. Cell phones, GPS units, and entertainment devices. And really all that changed about it was the fine went up. So in 2009, when it came out, it was $110 and no points. In 2011, it went up to $280 and no points. The tickets have continued to increase volume-wise, not price-wise. So the government said we are starting to get numbers from Insurance Bureau of Canada, from CAA, saying that it's still on an increase. People are not getting the message. So that was the big one, was that cell phone. And that could be anything. That's if you use your iPhone as your music device. And even though it's mounted in your car, if you get caught scrolling through it to look for that song, you could get a ticket for that. The one big thing a lot of people got misunderstood was the crossover law. Here in Hamilton, we don't have crossovers. We have pedestrian priority stoplights, and what they are is they're a red light system, but they're in the middle of between two intersections. It's the same thing. Pedestrian comes up, pushes a button, it cycles through, goes from green to yellow to red, and then the person walks across. It doesn't matter. You don't have to wait till they walk all the way across, because you can't go till the light turns green. It's much safer. That's why we decided here to do those in Hamilton that way. For bicyclists, they're not supposed to be on the sidewalks. They're supposed to be on the road. They're supposed to, if they're, especially this time of the year, have a light at the front, which is white, and a red at the back. The fine went from $45 to $85 with court costs $110. A lot of the other stuff in the bill that haven't come into effect yet, which are January 1st, or just little words and things like that. But for your watchers, January 1st is a big one. A lot of people in college and high school don't understand that we can test for drugs in your system. There's a program called the Drug Recognition Program. We have 6 officers here in Hamilton, myself being one of them. So if we stop you and we find out, or you look like you have a drug in your system, and it's not just illegal drugs. Marijuana is still the #1 drug that a lot of comes back, but it could be a prescription drug. So we stop you, we determine that you're impaired by whatever drug, we arrest you, and there's a 12-step program. So the law changed. The big thing, though, what happens now is, what used to happen is you got charged, that was the end of it. When you get charged for impaired driving because of alcohol, you lose your license before you're found guilty for 90 days. Now that's going to be a part of the program too. Any of these laws they're not secretive anymore. You don't have to be in police foundations at Mohawk to do it. You just go on the internet, just type in e-laws, and a site will come up. And then if sometimes you may not know exactly what you're looking for, because there's thousands of laws. But Highway Traffic Act, you just go under H, Highway Traffic, click on it. Control F. I'm looking for pedestrian, everything about pedestrians, and it'll just scroll through all the different laws, and you just kind of read them.